Tonight we take a closer look into a trashy outdoor recreation trip, interview PLU's new theater professor, and talk with the Lute volleyball coach. All that and more next at News at 9.
So, hello, I'm Rizal.
And hello, I'm Rizal Rosales, and thank you for tuning into News at 9. We're running a little bit late and also coming to you from a brand new, different space. So thank you for tuning in. We are committed to giving you the story, giving you the news right here, no matter what. We had some technical difficulties with our original set, but we will proceed as normal in this new set. All right, so first order of news, looking to pop some tags, want to wear your granddad's coat? For the thrift fans on campus, get excited because PLU's on-campus thrift store has come back from hiatus. After being closed this past year, Surplus is ready to reopen. Surplus is PLU's campus thrift warehouse. Located just beyond Morgan, the warehouse will sell gently used clothes, electronics, and more. Items will cost less than $10, and all members of the PLU community are welcome to stop by. Surplus opens October 10th. Hours will be 8 to 11 a.m. and 5 to 8 p.m. on Tuesday, Thursday, and select hours on Saturdays. More information can be found in the Mast tomorrow. Let us know what you think of the return of the Surplus by tweeting us at Mast Media. And PLU's outdoor recreation trips are known for wilderness adventures on the sea and in the mountains, special tortilla lunches, and for getting dirty. Take a closer look at what happened on a recent outdoor rec trip. 2 weeks ago, for the second trip of the season, Outdoor Rec led a trip to the Ape Caves near Mount St. Helens. This is an annual trip, but this year it went a little differently. The group of PLU students and Outdoor Rec guides ended up cleaning the caves of glass bottles and other trash. Here's what some of the trip members had to say.
First thing I thought was cool. Like, we didn't even, like, instigate the sort of thing where, like, I was walking by, I was in the front of the pack, and I'm walking by and I'm seeing these, like, you know, beer bottles and things on the ground, and I'm thinking, like, that's too bad that's there, but I'm with a group of people, so I'm not going to slow them down by, like, picking it up and taking it out. And then I hear behind me these, hey, let's pick up this, let's take it out, and I'm like, that's awesome. So eventually we ended up crawling through nooks and crannies and rocks and, like, grabbing a bunch of, like, trash. It was really great.
It was really cool going there. Like, it was just a phenomenal experience. And as we went deeper into the cave, we realized there was more and more trash. So it was sort of like our experience was being taken away by the trash. So we wanted to potentially remove that from the next people who came into the cave, make it a better experience for them.
This time around, where it was like, we're all just out, like, experiencing nature together, like experiencing the outdoors together. Let's all do something to make it better for the next people.
The Lutes certainly set high expectations for future trips. To find out more about the outdoor recreation trips or how you can get involved, contact Outdoor Rec at outdoor@plu.edu. All right, you have two choices, vote or die. Which would you choose? Here at PLU, you choose both. ASPLU's Lute Vote hosted Vote or Die today in Red Square. Lutes could register to vote and then tie-dye a shirt to celebrate their civic engagement. Masked TV was on the scene.
Vote or Die is a really awesome event to register people to vote and get people excited about political advocacy. We have a lot of students coming out here who are actually already registered to vote, and they're also allowed to participate in our event. And so we're just trying to encourage political engagement on campus and get people excited about the upcoming elections.
So the die isn't like death, it's like dye a shirt. I think that this is the most important election that our country is facing in at least 20 years. So I really think it's important to get people registered to vote who will actually vote. So that's why I'm here.
Vote or Die is quite a bit different this year. There's a lot more publicity this year, and so we're hoping a lot more people come. So we're working hard to make sure that everyone who comes through gets a t-shirt and is able to tie-dye them. And just really trying to be more present on campus this year and getting more students registered to vote.
Voting
is probably the best way to, get active in your community and the nation as a whole.
Because now that I have the opportunity and I have the age to vote, I feel like I'm going to make a difference, even if it's just my vote.
Munson says that more than 100 people made shirts at Red Square this afternoon. If you're interested in registering to vote, contact Loot Vote by sending an email to lootvote@plu.edu. In other voting news, a hunk of Bernie love has struck campus. Yes, that's right. Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders' popularity has been on the rise, especially with college-aged millennials. Sanders has presented a tough challenge for longtime Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton. Mass TV surveyed students on who of the two candidates would have their vote.
I really like Sanders personally. I wish he wasn't an old white guy. Like, that's my only problem with him, is I really like his policies and everything that he stands for. We align really well. Pretty much if Hillary had Bernie's policies, I would totally vote for whoever that was.
Gun to my head, I would choose Sanders because at least he's in sorts looking more towards the views of the public and for looking more towards favor of the public opinion, whereas Clinton at this current point is focusing more on herself, getting herself out there, being like, first woman president, ooh, I need to get myself out of this scandal, trying to multitask on focusing on her image as opposed to what she's going to do with the country.
I plan on voting for Bernie Sanders. As a college student, I feel like he appeals to people of my age group, and he's looking out for us.
Right now I'm leaning towards Sanders, but I'd like to know more details about his campaign first.
All right.
I really don't know, because I like the ideas of one side, whereas I like the moderate route of another.
It seems that Bernie has the edge on campus. Let us know what you think and look for the article tomorrow in the Mast. And a new conversation joins the tables in Ordal and Steuben this Friday. iGroup is a 7-week conversation series about social identity and race in Steuben, Ordal, and the Cave communities. Mass TV sat down with the coordinators of iGroup to learn more.
Pilot program that's launching this fall, and it's going to be a 7-week program that meets Fridays 4 to 6, starting next Friday, October 2nd, and runs through Friday, November 20th. And so basically it's a chance for participants to take part in dialogue about social identities, social systems, and collaborate together to figure out ways to enact change. And so this fall, our topic is race, and we're asking participants to come from the communities of Steuben, Ordal, and then also the Cave community.
My big hope is that students just have a platform to practice these challenging conversations. Race is often scary or elicits lots of emotions, and so we tend not to talk about race or gender or sexual orientation across different identities in particular. So my hope is for people to have a platform to just have these conversations, to practice what it means to be in a healthy dialogue as both a listener and a sharer, and also to build lasting relationships, and finally hope that people will spur or grow their interest around social justice topics and want to be leaders in social change.
iGroup begins this Friday. Keep up with the D Center events going on throughout the year at www.plu.edu/dcenter. And that's all for the news tonight. Stay tuned for Everything Arts and Culture with Kellen. Thank you for tuning in and your patience with our technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean.
Polynesia.
Give up.
camera. It's
Go back to the
that
dumpster.
time. What? Oh,
But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Hello, Lutz. My name is Kellen Westring, and this is News at 9. Tonight, for Everything Arts and Culture, we're going to take a look at the excitement look about Homecoming Week, and really about oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. All right, here we go. Hello, Lutz. My name is Kellen Westring, and this is News at 9. Tonight, for Everything Arts and Culture, we're going to take a look at what the excitement about Homecoming Week is, and meet the new professor, and welcome our guests from the PLU's radio show, and much, much more. Homecoming is right around the corner, and students are starting to get excited. We get the scope of what exactly it is that the students are looking forward to about Homecoming Week.
I'm most excited to see what a college campus looks like for homecoming. I've never seen that before, so it should be fun.
I am most excited for going with my friends and just having girls' night. I don't know, I'm excited to get to know more people and just have fun and also dress up.
I am probably most excited for dressing up because it's a lot of fun and also stuff to do since I don't have a lot of homework yet, so I'm really bored all the time.
Most excited just to get out of here. I think I'd be most excited for the football game that's going to be going on. I think I went last year, but I remember it being pretty good, so I'm hoping to go again this year.
Well, I just recently found out that there's a homecoming dance, and I think that's pretty cool.
For what to wear to homecoming, pick up a copy at the Mass on Friday to see images of what trends you can expect to see on the dance floor. We will also be featuring more of the inside scoop about homecoming next Wednesday on News at 9. With this being the third week of school, do you feel like you have too much free time on your hands? Are you looking for more opportunities to meet people and learn something new? PLU's Mass this week features a great selection of clubs like SAPIT, Pre-Medical, Pre-Dental School Club, and the Anime Club. There is a club or organization for everyone, and it is never too late to join. Go to plu.edu/clubs to find out what these clubs are and to find the club and what group is right for you. Have you seen a professor walking around campus in a Batman suit or carrying a dog? This would be the one and only Professor Anderson. Professor Anderson is a visiting assistant professor of theater. We got the chance to get to know who he is and meet Minion, his furry friend.
I'm a visiting assistant professor of acting and directing, and this spring I'll be directing Good Night Desdemona, Good Morning Juliet, which is a play about a professor who finds herself caught up in these plays and actually having to have conversations with these characters, in which she tries to save Desdemona and Juliet from their otherwise tragic fates. My PhD is officially in theater and performance studies. What I did, though, was study superheroes in performance. So my dissertation was looking at things like cosplayers at Comic-Con, the Occupy movement, the V for Vendetta mask, as well as superhero-themed gay parties, and I also studied Super Obama, which is the way Obama was portrayed as Superman in political cartoons and comic books prior to the elections. I'm part of a legacy because my mother, my grandmother, and my aunt all went here to PLU. So they're thrilled that I'm finally here, and that I'm getting paid to be here, and they get paid to be here. That's a step up. Well, I adopted Minion about 5 months ago. She is a toy poodle that was found in Tijuana, and they shipped her up here, and I looked at her, she has this underbite that is really cute, and that because of that I named her Minion. She's my small little Minion dog. Also, I get to, as a professor, say, "Come, Minion," and she follows me. Sometimes.
If you want to meet Professor Anderson, contact the Communication and Theater Department or keep your eyes out for a Batman suit or the Batman signal. PLU encourages artistic expression, and Professor Barrett is a great example. Professor Barrett published a collection of poetry in July about the tragedy and events of 9/11, continuing until 2012. He emphasizes the political and social environment at that time. If you have a passion for poetry, or aim to have your writing published one day, Professor Barrett might have some advice for you. PLU has great opportunities to get involved, and the Laser Radio Show is one of them. If you are interested in news talk or tunes, Laser could be an opportunity for you. Tonight, we have a special opportunity to welcome two hosts of the Laser Radio Show, Henry Smith and Evan Herringer.
Hi folks, my name is Kellen Westring and I'm here with Evan and Henry. They are part of PLU's Laser Show. Hi guys, tell us a little bit about yourself and the show.
I'm Henry. I'm a senior communication major. I'm Evan. I'm also a senior and a communication major. And our show is called What's the Matter with Swagger, and it's on Wednesday nights from 9 to 10 p.m. Laser's PLU's student radio station. It stands for Loot Air Student Radio, and it's volunteer. No, I don't think anybody gets paid. And you can sign up and you do a show for an hour or more, I think, a week, and it's pretty fun.
How did you guys get involved with Laser?
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, there's like an interest meeting. And my freshman year, I had a couple of friends in my hall that had a radio show every week, Jacob and Angela. And Angela was like the tech producer for Laser for a couple of years. And their show was called We Love Cats More Than You. And it was really funny. And so I was on their show a couple times freshman year, and then I had a show sophomore year, and then this is the second year of What's the Matter with Swagger.
All right. Now, what's your favorite part about the show?
My favorite part of the show is when I don't know, it's a lot of shows will have like segments week to week, and we don't really do that. We just kind of use it as like an opportunity to play like whatever music we want to play that week. My favorite memory of the show was last week. We played a Riff Raff song. And then I had like 6 different people send me Facebook messages about the Riff Raff song.
If you guys had to choose one song, what would be your favorite song? It's a tough question. If you had to narrow it down one song, what would it be?
Favorite song of all time? Or just on the radio? Or just on the radio show?
On the radio show.
Ooh. That is a tough. That is a good question. Can I have a 3-way tie?
Absolutely.
Between Crank That Soulja Boy. That was mine. That was my number one. What's that Gwen Stefani and Akon song? Sweet Escape. And Tiptoeing in My Jaw. Tiptoeing in My Jordans is a good one. We should really have like a Jordan themed radio show one of these days. There's a lot of songs.
Are there any other radio shows that you guys recommend?
Yeah, there's a show called Salad Days that's on from what time? Sunday 3 to 4. Sunday 3 to 4 with Zach, Grace, and Austin, I believe. That's a pretty good one. Mm-hmm. Definitely check that one out. Luke and Bubba have a show on Thursday nights from 10 to 11. Also good. Or you can just tune in at any point in the day. And yeah, there's shows all the time. Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Evan and Henry. This has been Kellen Western with Arts and Culture. Up next is Karen Dillon with Sports.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to News at 9. I'm Dylan Foreman.
And I'm Kara Gillespie. Welcome to sports.
Volleyball started off the weekend with a rough outing on the road Friday as they lost to Lewis and Clark in 4 sets. They turned things around on Saturday to beat Pacific in 4 sets, evening out their conference record at 2-2. The team will hit the road again this weekend to take on Willamette Friday, followed by George Fox on Saturday.
Also in volleyball, while many student athletes have come and gone from the team as the years have passed, One face that has remained the same throughout the years is head coach Kevin Aoki. Now in his 20th year, volleyball head coach Kevin Aoki keeps finding ways to get his job done.
Kevin Aoki has produced consistently excellent teams in his 20 years as Loup volleyball head coach. But how has he been able to maintain success?
We're one of the better teams in the conference. Our second teamers play our first teamers constantly in practice, so our second teamers get better faster. So even though we graduate a few people, the next year those so-called second teamers step up and become starters.
He's also had some help along the way.
I have a great staff. Tim Templin has been with me for 20 years, and Sarah Beaver, our other assistant. This is her 3rd year, but she also played for us before, so she's been here for 7 of those 20 years.
However, while his team has made many appearances in NCAA regional tournaments, they haven't come away with many wins. Coach Aoki has a plan to change that, though.
I think we got to be peaking at the right time. That means we got to be playing at our best volleyball at the tail end of the season, and of course you have to be injury-free. And so those combinations, and you got to be a little lucky.
Yeah.
Those combinations got to fall in your favor, I think. And so hopefully one of these years, our goal is to make it to that point.
And even though winning is a high priority for Coach, he understands his impact off the court, too.
We like to promote our program as #1. We're promoting good young women that will be community servers once they graduate. And the winning is icing on the cake for us.
This is Jake Billy reporting for Mass TV.
Loup volleyball will be celebrating Coach Aoki's 20-year run as head coach and over 50 years of volleyball history at PLU when the team returns for their homecoming game on October 9th against Linfield.
After seeing the women's golf team rally to win last week, the men's golf team had to try to swing their way to a comeback. The result was a memorable victory that saw the team come roaring back from 7 strokes down to force a 1-hole playoff, where they defeated Willamette to win the PLU Invitational. The team will head to Whitworth this weekend to compete in their Invitational.
And the women's team followed up their first tournament win in 10 years by finishing 3rd in the Whitman Invitational this past weekend. Golfers Desiree Hazelwood and Caden Coltum placed in the top 10 for the Invitational. The team will finish up their season on October 10th when they participate in the Northwest Conference Fall Classic.
Men's soccer went on the road this weekend to take on rivals Whitman and Whitworth. While the Lutes won their first contest against Whitman 2-0, an early error led to a Whitworth score that proved to be too much for the Lutes as they lost to the conference favorites 1-0. However, the team turned things around against non-conference opponent Trinity Lutheran Tuesday night, winning 2-0. The win was head coach John York's 150th win since joining the team, setting a new all-time record for a win by a Lutes men's soccer coach. The team will be back in action this weekend to take on Linfield and Willamette, hoping to improve their 3-1 conference record.
Women's soccer played conference opponent George Fox Sunday and came away with a 1-0 victory, improving their conference record to 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. The team will be on the road again this weekend, taking on Whitman and Whitworth.
Lute football returned to Spark Stadium with a disappointing loss against non-conference foe Trinity. After starting strong, the Lutes gave up 23 unanswered points, ultimately losing 23-13. The team will be on the road this weekend to take on Pacific, and then they will return for the homecoming game on October 10th against Willamette.
Softball season is getting underway, and the team is already excited to get on the field. This week, I got a chance to talk with infielder Emily McConnell.
Hi, my name is Emily McConnell. I am a junior, and I play third base and center field. I'm a biology major at PLU. When I graduate from PLU, I plan to pursue a career in marine biology, either researching the ocean or teaching others about it. Fun facts about me. I have a brother who goes to PLU. He's a senior. I work for Intramurals. I'm a referee. I've been playing softball since I was 6 years old. I was born in Amarillo, Texas, and I can't touch my toes.
Softball season doesn't start for a while, but we'll be covering them every step of the way. That's all for tonight. Make sure to tweet us your thoughts to @PLUMast.
See you next week. Thanks for watching.